Okay.
Thank you so much for watching Tomo Music. Today, I have a special guest, my own daughter, Sammi, here.
Hello, everybody.
Just because we talked about anxiety attack and how to deal with an anxiety attack and panic attack. And I had, and she had also
Yeah.
some, in the middle school and maybe high school. So she can join. She can, maybe talk about how experience a little bit. And that's, yeah.
Just I read through everyone's comments, and I think it is really nice to have multiple people to talk to about this type of thing, like dealing with something that affects you, your mind, just your well-being.
Yeah. So I have to thank everybody to wrote your own experience as a comment section. That's really touching. Really amazing. I read everyone's, and everyone's amazing. So definitely we have learned about this. We're not alone. You're not alone, and we're together, and we can work together, and don't fight. And you have to be, sort of accept. People say accept. To me, more like a be friend with, Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah, like almost like I feel like I have a roommate, very quiet roommate, but if I don't take care of him, he start doing something to me. So in other words, I have
get
to
along with him.
Right, I have to behave. Yes. So next step is I want to talk about maybe a little bit how to control this situation. It's hard.
Yeah, I think it's different for everybody.
Right.
You kind of find different ways to cope, like that help you. I think it's important, definitely, though, to have someone you feel comfortable talking with.
Yes. Yeah, like when I was high school, a nurse person and a teacher, someone was really easy to talk to. But also, I made a little mistake too, because back then there wasn't really internet or anything like that. But I start finding books about not the mental illness, but just this type of
self-help.
Something like that. And I found a few books in a bookstore, and then I read it. But then one was very much like stiff, written very stiff.
Yeah.
More you read, almost that book makes you think you're crazy. So I was like, oh, this is not good, So you know what I mean. In other words, more information you gain, almost you believe you are something totally wrong. Right.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Yeah, just because the book's really telling a lot about different type of mental illness, So that was a little too much. Yeah, right. Then back then there wasn't really written for panic attack or anxiety attack because they didn't know those.
Right. I think like anxiety and depression is more common now. I mean,
Right.
I guess like just the way the world is.
Yeah, right.
But also, I think people actually recognize it now as like an actual
Right.
illness that you need to care for.
Yeah.
But,
back in Japan, like that was like in the early 80s, just nobody really talk about that anxiety or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then they don't even talk about depression.
Yeah, depression's big.
Yes, they're just big, but just somebody just a little bit like a dark and not talk or like that. And people treat them a little bit different. But then nobody really explain what's wrong.
Right. I think too it's hard. I mean, I dealt with anxiety and depression since like probably 7th, 8th grade. I mean, it got really bad.
Right.
But obviously, I'm okay today.
Yeah. See, so you can like kind of
things change.
Yeah, we can change. I think
But yeah, it is like there's like a stigma to it for sure, and I think especially when you're depressed, it's harder to reach out because you're isolating yourself and like to try to get help. Sometimes you feel like you're a burden or you get a response and you have a negative reaction to it. So then you're like, I don't want to reach out to anybody else because it didn't make me feel better. It made me feel worse or something.
My case wasn't really a depression to maybe like
Yeah, it was more anxiety.
more anxiety,
Panic
yeah,
disorder.
just because I've thought about more, just because I told you middle school I wasn't really doing anything. Almost middle school is almost empty, everything low life, So all of a sudden when I was 13, oh, I want to do music.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen? I panic. I had to hurry. I felt like I didn't do anything, so I had to hurry.
Right.
So like every minute is more like too much pressure.
Yeah. I think a lot of people feel that
Yeah.
pressure now too. It's like very competitive. I know like people in my generation too, just there's a lot of pressure to get a job right when you graduate and like for it to be a good job. And then it's like when you go to apply to these jobs, they ask you to have like years of experience and it's like how do you even get the job to start?
That's right.
It's really
resume.
it's hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard.
Right. Yeah. So okay, so high school I had a tough time having anxiety here and there. I'm probably a couple times a month. Little heavy one, really hard to go out. Sometimes now feel like I want to go out. I don't know. I'm almost feel scared to be outside. Almost I feel like a few times.
Yeah.
But I pushed myself to went to school and then start studying. Still, sometimes study or practice it's really hard. And then one of my parents' friends, two friends, were just started acupuncture.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And acupuncture I never heard of that time. I didn't know what acupuncture, but I understand what it is by reading it a little bit. And this guy was introduced by my mother's friends, so they're just welcoming so much.
Oh, that's nice.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And then he just listened what happened. I explained. Yeah, I understand. That's what I happened when I was working regular job. Then at the train station, all of a sudden fainting, heart going crazy like that.
Yeah.
And his own his parents were running sort of like a hotel, like a small hotel place in Kyoto.
Yeah.
He didn't took over, but he started doing acupuncture just because he suffered. Then he met master of acupuncture that helped him.
Oh yeah.
After that, he want to help other people.
That's nice.
I know that's the right person.
Yeah.
So I call him. He said, I'm really busy, but can you come here at 5:30 or 6:30? So like he squeezed in between the patient,
Yeah.
Then he listened to it. He just did like that. I feel that. See, idea is I was going like this.
Yeah.
A lot tense. So he just go like this. Just basically always feet massage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
Kind of
then
like reflexology.
around here, neck and the back, a lot of like that.
Yeah.
Acupuncture.
Yeah.
Sometimes
the needles.
acupuncture and sometimes like what do you call? It's like
Oh yeah, they like heat it up.
heat it up. Yeah, put the something in heat really hot.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. But
Yeah,
they
like almost
put something on top of the needle. And
yeah,
heat
yeah,
it.
yeah. And really
Sounds
hot.
weird,
Yeah, but that was So anyway, so he helped me about maybe 6 months or a little bit more. Then gradually, I don't have to call him. That means
That's nice.
yeah. After that, just maybe once a year, I get bad one. But then I can control.
You can control it.
Yeah. But then I can feel it's a little bit coming, something. you know. So that's usually, pinch a little bit, back here like that. Then I have to, stretch, work out. And that's, so back then when I was teen, I was read about yoga book.
Yeah.
And then again, I try to do my own yoga thing, So that's like, yeah. I know because
You should go to class for that.
I know because anything I just read it and try to do heal. And then later I noticed, okay, I can really fight. I didn't know. I try to. I mean, means like when something coming, right? Then I try to, kind of fighting.
Yeah.
Then that's really makes more,
Right.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, because it's kind of like you're working against yourself.
Yeah. So after that, you know, it's really helped to think about Mr. Bean, the scene at the. You have to watch this. You have to watch it. You know, in a.
He'll like die laughing.
Yeah.
He'll scroll on Instagram and like come
Scene,
across
yeah.
a scene of Mr. Bean and just die laughing.
Seeing at the airport, he tried to pretend like, you know, he has something, and then two police got, people like kind of chasing him. And finally, chased Mr. Bean, and then hands up, whatever like that.
Yeah.
And then he go, move guns slowly like that.
Yeah, like
and go,
take it out
slowly, and then go like this.
He's like shaking, and it's just his hand.
His hand pretending. So that scene, when something happened to me, is to think about it. It's just gone. It helps.
It helps. Yeah.
I
think like part of that's just kind of realizing like it's not that serious.
Yeah.
Like
that's right.
It's really okay. Whatever happens.
Yeah. And I read about John Mayer had panic attack when he was 17, like that.
Oh.
Yeah, you should read that in the internet. I mean, I'm not sure that's correct, but that helped him to think, okay, I don't have to be too active, write more lyrics or songs and like that. So maybe he made that to focus on songwriting, from the sports like that. So everybody has this, here and there,
right,
and small or big. But then everything, I think you can manage it.
I think having like a creative outlet too is very helpful.
Creative.
Like a lot of people in the comments were saying like guitar playing for them or listening to music, stuff like that. Like for me, it was definitely dancing because that's like what
Speaking
I
of that,
did. Yeah. I mean, that was definitely like an emotional expression kind of thing.
Yeah.
And like it's going through your body, like you're using your body. So I feel like it's just kind of.
I watch so many.
It almost feels like it's like working its way out.
Right.
Gradually.
Yeah. I always surprised you have a really, especially middle school, high school, had a little tough, time.
Yeah.
But then when you have a recital, always you just go so beautifully. I was like, wow,
well, that's like the other thing too. I think like being an anxious person, a lot of times, well, I shouldn't say a lot of times, but it's like one commonality, I guess, for some people with anxiety would be like having perfectionistic like qualities or something
that's
like that.
A good word.
So it's kind of like, I definitely
I had
to deal with that. But it was just kind of like, I felt very like all or nothing, black and white. Like if I'm going to be late, I'm not going to go because I don't want to deal with that. Like
I had so much about that.
It's like worse if I'm late than if I just don't go or something like that.
I still have that little bit, So that's why.
Me too. When I go
that's why when I go to Berkeley or airport, it's 2 hours early.
Yeah.
Because I just don't want to be late, But then, lately, slightly, about that, I changed a little bit.
Yeah. It's kind of like you have to practice it.
Yeah.
Because it's uncomfortable, but like at the same time, if you like push it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you're okay.
Yeah.
You get a little bit more comfortable with that.
I think
for me, like I need to know plans. Like I need to know like what we're doing or something.
Right.
And like the not knowing for me is like what freaks me out and makes me anxious.
Well, exactly same.
That's why he has a paper, right?
That's why I have a paper. So like that's why almost like you saying like okay, play something. It's hard to do.
Yeah, it is.
Because I'm not prepared for playing. But if I know it, I think about it.
Right.
And I'm ready. So preparation. And the keyword, perfectionist, not worth it. It's just not worth it. Because I was so much into try to be perfect. That really hurt me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a fine line of like working hard and
driving
yourself crazy.
Exactly. And one funny one is like high school, and when I was 17, 1 year before went to college.
Yeah.
And one of history teacher lecturing something, and then he said before the summer, hey everyone, if you get up 5 a.m. and study from 6 to 12 noon, that's 6 hours, take a 1 hour break, eat something, and 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock or 7, another 6 hours. Yeah, so that's 12 hours a day. Still you have
study.
3 hours, you can do anything you want. 3-4 hours, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Right? 12 hours and 4 hours, that's a 16, right?
Yeah, and then sleep. Yeah.
Yes, 8 hours.
Yeah.
So he said that. After the summer, I see the teacher. I smile and say, I did what exactly you said. He start kind of shaking a little bit, like a little bit, kind of funny face, ooh, like this. That was just expression, as he said. Oh my God.
You're like, are you kidding me?
All right, exactly.
That was
yeah.
an expression.
But see, that's to me another test for me. Believing is amazing because I believed. That's why that 3 months I did that, and I learned how to work hard, and no need to work that much.
Yeah, it's like at least you learned something else in the process.
Right. So
it did end up helping.
Yeah.
Right?
8 hours a day I did that.
But that's extreme.
Yeah, that was just kind of filling hours to do something.
Yeah.
Then satisfaction. Then now I know quality, purpose, and direction. Like
direction.
Yeah, specific direction. When to finish. You see, I know when to finish, and up to there, I really focus on.
Yeah, I mean that's like setting like a smart goal.
I think so. So sometimes work hard, it doesn't mean just work all hours.
Yeah, like tirelessly. Or...
No, quality. So yeah, bottom line here, I want to take this anxiety, panic attack to next level.
To the next level.
Next level. See, always people teach next level. Next level is really how to control, mean that a good way. So first thing I think
living with it.
Yeah, first thing I think you have to watch out your body reaction. To me, back pain, anything around neck or here, just because tense like that.
Yeah.
So that's you have to be positive, and I do workout. I eat well. I sleep well. So always sleep well, eat well, and just don't worry about too much. But then preparation.
Yeah, I think preparing is a big thing.
Yeah, that's why I practice kind of foundation, chromatic scale or something like that. And then only short time, but I really, really focus.
Yeah.
So that every time I do, I can see something growing, getting better.
Yeah.
That makes me confident.
I think too, it's like it kind of gets you out of your head and into your body a little bit more.
Right.
I mean, that may just be like my background in dance and teaching fitness and stuff like that. But I think
now you teach fitness, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been teaching classes for almost, I think 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
And now I'm a personal trainer, so...
Personal trainer. Amazing.
Maybe some online clients at some point.
Yeah. Email her, maybe, online.
Yeah.
That's great.
But, no, that's not why I'm here to plug that.
No, right, no.
Yeah. I don't have a business, so...
Yeah.
But, I think, something about doing something physically just, kind of helps your mind.
That's right. Yeah. That's why
because it's your nervous system and stuff, like fight or flight response.
Right.
It's kind of like you have to breathe.
Yes.
And take things a little more slowly.
Also, everyone wrote so many great comments too. You know, so read each other. That's really important. Share. But I think, bottom line, little by little, don't expect. So don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't expect. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't worry. Don't compare. Don't expect too much, too fast, and be kind to yourself.
Yeah. The last one I always find is the hardest.
Be kind to yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the perfectionist thing is being very critical of.
I know, but yeah, in a way,
like
in order to do something better, you have to be critical. But still, end of the day, you have to be really neutral to yourself and be kind to yourself. That's what I do. Because otherwise, when you go to sleep, already you're pushing yourself extra pressure.
Right.
That's not necessary. When you sleep, I think when you sleep, like hopefully everybody just not forget everything, but just let go.
Yeah.
That's I learned from Max. Max.
Our cat?
Yeah. Because he goes because it's daytime he goes like this. He goes like a little nervous, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But when he sleeps like this. Right?
Okay.
So in other words, when he sleep, he completely forgot what happened daytime.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That does make sense.
Yeah,
I was just shocked at first.
So every time I see Max, that's how you do it.
Yeah, he is good at doing that.
All right. So you said everything you need? Yeah, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, there's always more to say.
Yeah,
like, on
always.
this type
Yeah.
of
But
subject.
I think this is good. Thank you so much.
Oh, of course.
Thank you. All right. Thank you so much for watching Tomoshita Music. If you like my channel, please subscribe Tomoshita Music. And
he's almost at 500K. Let's go.
Today, actually, 490.
I know, I saw.
Yeah. Amazing. Yes.
Keep it coming.
Keep going, please.
No, just, it's just a positive place.
Yeah, exactly. Again, that one too. I used to go, okay, I want to really go, 500. I want to go a million. I changed for a while ago because it's all about quality. So I don't really worry about numbers.
Yeah.
But of course, the number goes up, then I have more friends. That'd be nice, And so share with your friends. That'd be great. All right. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Take care.
Bye. The jump.